Good morning, McDowell, and welcome to our second Trojans Today show of the year.
Halloween edition. We're your anchors, Nathaniel
and Mia.
And we've got a spooky show for you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy it.
But first, we have a trivia question to answer.
Call the number on the screen if you know the answer.
That's a fun one.
So Mia, what's up first?
Well, Ayla and I put together a little assortment of different Halloween movies for y'all to watch.
Have been needing to find a good spooky film. Well, take it away, guys.
Good morning, McDowell. Welcome to another segment of Movie Mayhem. Since Halloween is today, we put together a list of some fun and spooky films for you. So let's dive in. Our first films are Disney's Hocus Pocus franchise. Here's a short summary of the Hocus Pocus films. The first Hocus Pocus came out in 1993. The three Sanderson witch sisters are accidentally raised from the dead in modern-day Salem by a teenager named Max along with his sister Danny and friend Allison. Max must stop the witches from stealing the life force of children to stay young forever. The film mixes spooky comedy with heart as the kids outsmart the witches and save the town. Hocus Pocus 2 came out in 2022. Nearly 30 years later, a new group of teens accidentally bring the Sanderson sisters back again. The witches return to seek revenge and reclaim their power, but the teens, helped by some clever magic of their own, learn to stand up to them. The sequel keeps the humor and charm of the original, while exploring themes of friendship, legacy, and sisterhood. These are classic staples of family Halloween movie nights, so give these a try. Our next film is a controversial one, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Although many debate over the time of year this film is for, might as well include in our spooky season movie May. Jack Skellington, the pumpkin king of Halloween Town, grows bored of the same old scares and stumbles upon Christmas Town. Fascinated by its joy and cheer, he decides to take over Christmas by kidnapping Santa Claus and delivering spooky gifts instead. But Jack's well-meaning plan quickly turns into chaos, teaching him to appreciate his true role and his spirit of both holidays. The Nightmare Before Christmas came out in 1993 and was created by Tim Burton, so this film is sure to be spooky but fun for the whole family. Now it's time for some spookier films. We've got a few horror films that are ready to scare your witch hats off. Warning, these films are rated R and not intended for younger audiences. Please watch accordingly. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's go into our horror section. Our first horror film is called Halloween, very fitting. Halloween came out in 1978 and goes like this. On Halloween night in the small town of Haddonfield, Illinois, a mass killer named Michael Myers escapes from a mental institute 15 years after murdering his sister. As a child, he returns to his hometown and begins stalking teenager Laurie Strode and her friends. As the first night unfolds, Laurie must fight to survive while psychiatrist Dr. Loomis hunts Michael down. This film is a spooky slasher movie combining suspense, fear, and the eerie atmosphere of Halloween night. Our next scary film came out in 2007 and is called Trick or Treat. Set on Halloween night in a small town, Trick or Treat weaves together 5 incorporated stories that reveal the dark and twisted side of the holiday. The tales include a high school principal with a deadly secret, a group of teens pulling a cruel prank, a young woman encountering a mysterious stranger, and a grumpy old man who meets a strange trick-or-treater named Sam, Halloween's mischievous spirit. Each story unfolds with eerie surprise and moral lessons celebrating the spooky traditions and rules of Halloween. Both of these movies are sure to give a fright. Well, that's all we have for you today, folks. Whether you're looking for a family movie or want to get spooky on Halloween, these films could work for you. So that's it for us, McDowell, and thanks for watching another Movie Mayhem Halloween edition. Back over to Mia and Nathaniel at the desk.
Oof, those are some spooky ones.
Let's hope I don't get nightmares.
Hey Nathaniel, random question. What are you wearing?
I'm a dinosaur.
Aren't dinos, dead?
Yeah. But speaking of the dead, Dylan and Parker are here to teach you guys about the upcoming holiday, the Day of the Dead.
Take it away, boys.
Trick or treat! Stabby, why are you doing still trick or treat? It's Halloween. No, it's not. Look, the clock struck midnight. What? You know what that means? Halloween's over. Well, yes, but more importantly, it's Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead? No, Day of the Dead. Oh my goodness. Come on inside, Stabby. I got a lesson to teach you. But Professor, I don't care what it is. Get inside. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Okay, Professor. Assistants these days. I was never like that as an assistant.
Here's everything you asked for, sir.
Perfect. Did you actually bring this to me? This book is for decoration.
Oh.
All research is done on the internet these days.
That makes sense, sir.
Yes. Back in our days, we'd go to the library for research. But now, it's all about the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're going to discuss Day of the Dead. You see, Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday that's also known as...
Dia de los Muertos?
Yes, that. That is the Spanish word for, well, Day of the Dead. And it started many years ago, over 3,000 years ago, during the Aztecs.
3,000 years? How'd they have candy?
They didn't have candy, Stabby. No, this isn't Halloween.
Oh.
You aren't trick-or-treating. Day of the Dead is a different holiday than Halloween. And that's very important because it has completely different traditions. You see, the traditions have to do with these, what were they called? Here it is. They're known as ofrendas.
Yep.
Ofrendas, which are altars. Yes, they're ofrendas. There are altars for people who've passed away. Mexican families, or at least people who follow in these traditions, set up altars known as ofrendas for people who've passed away, and they usually don't have candy though, but they do have food.
Are you allowed
altars.
to eat the food?
No. Well, no. They're for the people who've passed away.
That makes sense.
It is believed that the people who've passed away come back to the living realm just in spirit. And you offer food, water, and a few other things like decorational banners and other meaningful things to them to just as a display of remembrance to those who once were with us. And this goes across 2 days. One day, the first day at least, November 1st, the day after Halloween, is for children. And the second day is for adults who've passed away, November 2nd. Children are known as, what's the word again? See, you know far better about the Spanish thing than me. Yes. Wait, nope, that's not it. Wrong word. It's kind of like angels. Angelitos?
Yeah.
I believe it is. Yes. Angelitos. That is little angels. Because they're children who passed away. It is a very sad thought to think about, But you must remember, this isn't a sad holiday. We are celebrating those who've passed away. So there are many things like music, dancing, and even, well, it's not candy, but they have sugar skulls known as calaveras.
Is this a sugar skull?
No, sugar skulls have like frosting on it. Wait, where'd you get that skull?
I found it in the back room.
You don't touch that skull. No, why is it floating? No, don't stab me, don't. Well, sorry about that, but I hope you learned something more about Day of the Dead. And may you all have a happy Halloween.
Feliz Dia de los Muertos.
You know, the name makes it sound scary, but it's actually really cool.
Happy Day of the Dead to those who are celebrating. Nathaniel, do you know any spooky myths?
I think so. There's Icarus, Minotaur, crack your knuckles causes arthritis.
No, silly spooky myths, not Greek ones. And where'd that last one come from?
I don't know. It's true though.
Anyway, Riley's here to tell you about the myth of the Headless Horseman.
Ooh, spooky.
Let's see what you guys got.
The Headless Horseman, a name inscribed on fame's immortal scroll. The Horseman is regarded to be one of the most famous figures of Halloween, on par with Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and Count Dracula. His identity, however, has continued to be shrouded in mystery for centuries, with nobody coming to a definitive conclusion. Many claim that they have found the answer to the question as old as time. Who is the Headless Horseman? The Irish, down in old Donegal, say that the horseman is a dullahan, a headless fairy that carries its head under its arm, wielding a whip made from a human spine. Whenever he stops riding, he calls out a name, and that very someone perishes. The Scottish claim the horseman is a man decapitated in a clan battle on the Isle of Mull. If one is to see or hear the horseman still roaming the battlefield, it serves as a symbol of their upcoming doom. The Germans speak of a legend from the Rhine. The horsemen were reverence, creatures of the undead, who wandered the earth until they atoned for their sins. They would chase and punish the wicked, and a simple touch from them would be the cause of one's expiration. The cowboys of Texas have their own legend, known as El Muerto. He rode with his decapitated skull fastened to his horse's saddle, which conjured lightning from his hooves. He is the product of an ill-fated story in which a horse thief was executed, his head tied to a horse's saddle, and that horse was sent off to the inky abyss of the night. The most famous account of the horseman, the story that brought him into the spotlight, was the legend of Sleepy Hollow, told by Washington Irving. Irving claims that the horseman was a Hessian mercenary struck in the head by a cannonball during the American Revolution. His ghost rises from the old church graveyard in Tarrytown, searching for his missing head and chasing those who are unfortunate enough to catch sight of him and his stallion. So, who exactly is the Headless Horseman? Well, he is whoever you see him to be. One thing is for certain, however. If you are the poor fool who sees the horseman riding at the strike of midnight, then you best hope you can outrun the undead.
Spooky movies and spooky stories. Maybe I will get nightmares.
Do dinos get nightmares?
Maybe. Anyway, hey Mia, you doing anything fun this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to Port Farms for the final weekend of their harvest festival. You?
Well, I'm going trick-or-treating.
Oh yeah, I forgot that today's Halloween. I can't wait for all the treats. Speaking of food, Nathaniel, are you hungry?
Well, no duh, it's almost lunch.
Well, I just happen to know something that'll make you hungrier.
What? What do you mean?
Well, JJ is going to tell us about people's favorite Halloween candies.
Well, candy? Where's the candy? Show me the candy right now.
Take it away, JJ.
I'm here to talk to you about the best part of Halloween, the free candy. After all, what's better than dressing up and getting free stuff by confronting people and threatening them with trickery? The tradition of this candy exchange has been around for almost 100 years, starting around the 1920-1930 era. Anyway, past the questionable actions for this candy, we all admit the sugar we get usually ends up getting thrown away. So we have to make the heartbreaking decision of what sugar to devour and what to sacrifice to the trash can. With all the different types of candy, like chocolate and fruity flavors, it's hard to decide what makes good candy. So we have the most experienced group to give us their opinions. Second graders. Second graders really like their Jolly Ranchers. I mean, who can blame them? It's a school classic. Two love their candy corn because who doesn't like vegetables? Twix is the superior chocolate with 2 votes, and peanut butter is obviously a very popular pick, with Reese's also getting 2 votes. But everything else is an all-around tie. But that doesn't mean you can count them out as bad candy. Now, I know second graders aren't the only people who like candy, so I asked a few high school students and middle school students on their thoughts.
My favorite candy is Twix.
My favorite candy is Reese's Cups.
Hello?
My favorite candy is Reese Cups.
This is a
I'm a big fan of peanut butter and chocolate, so I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and I also like Fifth Avenue candy bars.
My favorite candy is Hershey chocolate bars.
My favorite candy is Sour Patch Kids. His favorite candy is Human Souls.
The results are in. Chocolate got 32 votes and fruity flavors got 25. So in the battle of the sweets, chocolate reaps the rewards while the fruits rot in the trash can, leading up to the weeks of the holiday season. With that, now you know what candy to give out when threatened with tricks, or what to provide your guests at a party. If you give out any candy, remember that you should give it to everyone, even if they threatened you after marching up to your doorstep in a disguise. Have fun no matter what you do on the spooky night of Halloween.
Looks like I agree with the majority. Reese's Cups are the best.
Nah, Kit Kats are better.
Wait, we almost forgot to announce the trivia winners.
Now the moment we've all been waiting for.
The winner
is
Schillinger
in room
2111. Congrats, guys.
Well, that's it for the Halloween show.